In the town of Shantipur, mornings always arrived gently. The sun rose without hurry, the temple bell rang at the same hour every day, and the river flowed past the town as it had for generations. To most people, life in Shantipur felt calm and complete. To Rohan, it felt small. Rohan was 16, old enough to dream big and young enough to feel trapped by those dreams. He lived in a modest house with his parents and younger sister. The roof leaked during heavy rain, the paint on the walls had faded, and the fan in his room made a whining noise when it spun. None of this bothered him when he was younger. But now, every flaw seemed louder. Each evening, Rohan scrolled through his phone, watching videos of people his age living what looked like perfect lives: big cities, expensive gadgets, stylish clothes, endless excitement. His best friend Aman had recently moved to the city and often sent photos of his new room, his gaming setup, and the cafes he visited. "Bro, you should see this place," Aman had texted once. "Way better than Shantipur." Rohan stared at the message long after the screen went dark. At school, Rohan was known as hardworking and polite, but inside, he felt restless. He believed happiness was something waiting for him in the future, when he left the town, when he earned more money, when he became someone else. One afternoon, his grandmother called him to the backyard. "Rohan," she said, sitting on her old wooden stool, "help me water the plants." Rohan sighed but obeyed. The backyard was small, filled with pots of tulsi, roses, and a guava tree that had stood there longer than he had been alive. "Dadi," Rohan said while pouring water, "did you ever wish you had more? A bigger house, more money, a different life?" His grandmother smiled, her wrinkles deepening. "Of course I did. I am human." "Then how are you always so calm?" he asked. She didn't answer right away. Instead, she plucked a guava from the tree and handed it to him. "Eat," she said. The guava wasn't perfect. It had small brown spots and wasn't very big. But when Rohan bit into it, it was sweet. "This tree has fed us for years," his grandmother said. "Some seasons it gives many fruits, some seasons only a few. But I never complain. I am grateful it gives anything at all." Rohan nodded, but her words didn't fully settle in his mind. A week later, the monsoon arrived fiercely. One night, rain poured harder than anyone expected. The river overflowed, flooding the lower parts of Shantipur. Electricity went out, roads disappeared underwater, and panic spread quickly. Rohan's family was safe, but many houses nearby were not. The next morning, the town gathered to help those affected. Rohan's mother cooked food. His father helped repair damaged homes, and his sister collected clothes to donate. Reluctantly, Rohan joined them. He carried food packets to a family whose house had been half destroyed. A small boy about his sister's age accepted the packet with a wide smile. "Thank you," the boy said happily. Rohan was surprised. "Aren't you sad?" he asked. "Your house—" The boy shrugged. "We are together. That's enough." Those words stayed with Rohan. Throughout the day, he saw people who had far less than him sharing whatever they had: food, blankets, laughter, even hope. No one complained about what they had lost. They focused on what remained. That night, Rohan lay awake. For the first time, he noticed the sound of rain on the roof, not as an annoyance, but as proof that the roof still stood. He noticed the steady breathing of his family in nearby rooms. He noticed that, despite everything, he was safe. The next morning, he opened his phone but didn't scroll. Instead, he put it down. Over the following weeks, something slowly changed. Rohan still had dreams of leaving Shantipur and seeing the world, but the bitterness was gone. He began to appreciate small things. His mother's tea in the morning, the familiar walk to school, the way his father waited for him every evening to ask about his day. He helped his grandmother in the garden more often. Watching the plants grow taught him patience. They didn't rush. They grew with what they were given: sun, rain, soil. And somehow, that was enough. One evening, Aman called. "Life's crazy here," Aman said. So fast, sometimes I miss home. Rohan smiled. You can visit any time. After the call, Rohan realized something important. Happiness wasn't a destination. It wasn't hiding in another town or a better phone or a bigger house. It was a way of seeing. Shantipur hadn't changed. His house hadn't changed. His dreams hadn't disappeared. But Rohan had learned to be happy with what he had, while still hoping for more, without letting that hope steal his peace. And in that balance, he finally found the happiness he'd been chasing all along.